Hey guys, Vidar here, and today I will just be going over a few of the custom kits I've done over the past few months, or I've just completed now. Of course, as you can see from the new angle, I am doing this in landscape. I found out what was wrong with my phone and what was wrong with the recording gear that I'm doing it with, and I'm just going to get into this because I'm going to go over a bunch of kits that I've customized or I've shown in my Wattpad books as custom kits. Let's start off with the most, I gotta say, most simplest customization I've ever done. And that's this. The Double O Diver Ace 7 Swords. Let me turn on my light. The Ace 7 Swords is a cool kit. All it is the Double O Diver Ace with the gunblade of the Double O Gundam 7 Swords. I had a similar type of kit, which was the Double O Diver 7 Swords, which is where it was essentially the exact same kit, but I just had it with the original Double O Diver with this blade and two more blades on the sides. And other than that, the entire kit was the same. I still have 5 of the original blades, which were 2 beam sabers, these normal gun blades, this blade. The only difference is I changed the shin armor so I don't have the 2 small dagger blades. And I added on everything from the Ace unit onto the kit. And now we have this. From the show, they said that the backpack was somewhat Seed inspired. Probably was somewhat inspired off of Gundam Seed, even though it's going on a Gundam double. One thing I have with the flaw of the Double O Diver, or any kit that I have involved in this, is these fucking swords are so fucking loose that they fall off so easily. Another thing that kind of attracted me to this kit was the fact that the swords, for those of you who have watched Power Rangers or Super Sentai, that the swords of the Ace unit, these ones, look like the Megazord sword of Power Rangers Time Force, or Mirai Sentai Time Ranger, for those of you watching in Japan. It looks like the Megazord sword. The clock sword. And that's what kind of attracted me to this thing. The fact that it had sort of my favorite weapon from my favorite Super Sentai and Power Ranger series. For every aspect of it. Character development, futuristic looks, weapons, Zords, and its music. That's what attracted me to that show. And this is the Ace unit in what is referred to as Transam mode. Nothing appears physically changed from the front, but the backpack opens up, and that's where the kind of Gundam Seed aspect of the kit comes in. Yeah, so just collapse these in and it'll like that. Moving on. I did show this off in my last video, and that is the GM3 Cataphract custom, but at the time it wasn't complete because I had it holding the beam rifle that came with the GM3 Beam Master and had the Gatling gun, the switch gun onto it. This time, I added on the sniper rifle from the Cherudium Gundam, without the clear piece. Or the sticker, without the clear piece. And I added it on because, one, the Cataphract had a machine gun-based weapon, and the Space Cataphract, and the space variants of the Cataphract had long rifles. And that's what I liked about this one, was that this one, it's in a machine gun state right now, but if you... Another thing is, these hands aren't really good at holding the gun, because I haven't found any gunpla kit that can hold this rifle sturdily. They're all loose. And you have the sniper rifle. For now, I'm just going to keep it in machine gun mode, because that's the only mode that this weapon stays on stable, or in a somewhat stable form. Anyways, other than that, no other customizations have been made to this kit. I just got rid of the Gatling gun, and that's it. Excuse me, pardon me. Coming through. Fuck off. Get the hell out of frame. Okay, now that he's out of frame, let's go on to one of my most recently shown kits. I actually don't remember the name of this one. Oh, yeah. This is the Extremis kit. I know, it uses most parts from the Power GM cardigan. Almost all of it is from the Power GM cardigan, but the arms and wings on the back are from the Wing Gundam, and the beam rifle it's holding is a customized Jim rifle. Alone that the head is of the Jim is from the Jim. It's the Jim sniper head. I added on 2 holsters on here, so it has arm-mounted machine guns, and if you open them, there are supposed to be beam sabers resting inside, so it's kind of like holsters for them. And here's the beam saber thing. These do hold on to the beam saber quite well, and it looks overall great. The wings do spread well on the back, and the rifles that you see right here are from the GM3, so they do have this function. One thing I didn't show off in the pictures of this thing in the book is that it is supposed to go up like this and then be over the shoulder cannons. And then with the wings open, it was supposed to have this sort of double X Gundam feel for the GM kit. And that's what this kit is. So, moving on. Next up, for those of you who don't know, I got the Reversible Gundam, and I love the design of the Reborn's Gundam. They do give you parts to make a somewhat fully complete Reborn's Gundam if you buy the Reversible Gundam. So, you know what I did? I took off the extension parts for the Reversible Gundam that make it reversible, and made it more like the Reborn's Gundam, while still keeping the Reversible Gundam look. We just attach this beam saber and grab its shield. Sorry, I had these just spread out on my table, and some parts came off of them. So, ladies and gentlemen at home, I give you for your viewing pleasure the Reborn Reversible Gundam. Reborn Reversible it's the Reversible Gundam with a Reborn's Gundam artillery. Meaning it has the shield, it has the beam rifle, it has and everything else has the aesthetics of the Reborn's Gundam, and it has the color and some parts of the Reversible Gundam. Of course, this does transform the same, but with the tank mode, I got rid of the extra parts so we can't use tank mode because that was stupid as fuck. So what we can do is use the gun mode, the soldier mode. All you have to do is take off the hands. Now, what I found for this is you don't have to remove any of the parts like the instructions tell you. Okay, maybe the shield, but the shield fucking sucks. It doesn't stay in the arm. So I usually leave it off. unless I'm doing posing. Or, in the end, I might just glue it on. In the end, I might just glue that fucking can shield onto the right arm. So that way, one, I can't remove it. I can't remove the shield. And so I have to keep the kit like this, which I am planning on doing it anyways. And two, so the kit will remain, so the fucking shield won't fall off every time I try to move the arm. Sorry if it's taking so long for the transformation of this thing, but parts forming a transformable kit is really hard to do sometimes. Of course, I'm not going to be doing articulations for this video. I'm just doing this as a sort of display and to give you guys a stream, because I haven't been doing streams or anything like that in a long time. Now let's attach the new hands. Here is the Reborn Reversible Gundam tank mode. Nope, not complete yet. Alright, now it's complete. As you can see, the cannons fire. The gun is shooting from the left arm. Shield is on the right. And all around, it does look great. The only problem I had with this kit was that the beam effect part that it came with was clear. It was translucent, but I guess if you wanted to make it colored, you could just take a highlighter and run it along the blade and make it that color. So if you want an orange blade, get an orange highlight. If you want a green blade, get a green highlighter. If you want a blue blade, which I'm personally leaning towards, get a blue highlighter. I don't have a blue highlighter yet, so I'm just going to keep it clear. Moving on. This one I did a somewhat review of, but I did some customizations for it. This is Gundam 291. This is my first ever fully complete customized Gundam that I ever did. Gundam 291 uses parts from Gundam 00 and Gundam 29 and Gundam F91. Because of this, I did customize it so that way it is from the 00 era, and it is sort of in their special class of celestial being. The weapons it has is, of course, its beam rifle from Gundam 291. The waist armor is the cannons from the Gundam F91. That one seems to fall off sometimes. So you do have sort of a seed feel with the under the arm cannons. And then, of course, the one main thing that pulled me to the Gundam 291 was if you remove this, now on this, you got the beam shield. Then, of course, you do have the beam saber, which is from the 00 Gundam, from the O Gundam that this kit is using as a basis. And just because I have it here, will be using the transparent part. But there, see, Kit looks great. Let's move on even further after I put this part back on to it. Move this one over here. And move on to one of my two most recent achievements, and the reason why I did start the stream. First off, let's put this one to the side, and let's bring out the beginner of this, the most recently completed mobile suit named the Oracle. The Oracle is a mobile suit designed for a grunt. It uses a GM head and parts from various Gundams and Gundam series. In one of my old roleplay books for Gundam that I deleted, I had a OC faction called the Zephyr faction. This was supposed to be its heavy special ops suit designed for their leader, for one of their leaders, who didn't want to use a Gundam frame, but liked heavy arms suits. So this was supposed to be it. The entire weaponry is simplified into one thing. It has one beam rifle, one shield, and inside the shield is a beam saber, one GN sword attached onto its left hip, one rocket launcher on the back of its hip, and right here on the wings are missile pods that are missile/funnel pods. Or, depending on which series you're from, they can be called funnels or fangs. Either way, they're container pods that can carry missiles, fangs, or funnels. Depending on which one's fighting, it'll be dependent, or what mission it is. Actually, now that I think about it, I could add these onto the GM3 in some way to give it the complete GM3 look. Cataphract look. Anyways, moving to the lightweight of this review thing. I call it the Returning Gundam. Returning Gundam is a simple designed Gundam with a simple beam rifle, a simple shield, and two beam sabers. Because of its simple design, there wasn't much to put onto here. This kit was designed to be lightweight and sort of giving the feeling of the beginning Gundam. The beginning Gundam held presence with all of its beam sabers, but it's supposed to be a starter Gundam. Sort of like a starter design. The way this one was built was, I bought the Origin Gundam, the Wing Gundam, the Star Build Strike, the Tristan, and the Astray Gundam. The Star Burning Gundam, not Star Build Strike. I cut off the hand things. I've used this rifle in a lot of reviews because it's kind of a standard looking rifle that I like. The head is standard and looks like the beginning Gundam, with two beam sabers on its back. It gives off the feeling of standard original Gundam. The Wing Gundam body gives it the kind of homesy feel. Standard shield. Of course, I did add some marking stickers. And the Astray legs just give it the more professional fighting feel. This kit's supposed to be fast. It's supposed to be fast, lightweight, not supposed to carry a lot of heavy artillery, and packs a punch in just raw strength of the frame itself. I don't really have a stand. I do have the stand from the. I guess I do have a stand. It's not really a stand meant for this type of kit, but overall, the kit looks great. And of course, I did have somewhat of a display thing with this one. No beam rifle needed. I had kind of had this idea battle with like having this kit go up against another Gundam kit that I had. So I had it go up against the Haruto Gundam and the Cherudium Gundam, along with the Virtue and the Exia. Sort of double O kits, because that's where I was going to place this. And the way the fight was going to go was that it was standing up to them, even though it's an older type of Gundam that doesn't use GN particles. Kind of saying the old can still outdo the new. And this... Well, let me put it into the hand. This grip on this shield is really pathetic. And it was sort of supposed to slide back like this. It looks a lot better if you see it from a space field. See the position? Sort of a samurai-esque feel. Other than that, the kit is amazing. And I wouldn't trade it in for anything else. So, what do you guys think so far? Let's move on. I have a bunch of kits, but they use the same Wing Gundam shield. So I am going to be... You are going to see a lot of the Wing Gundam shield in this review. And that brings me up to my next one. The Thunderclap Gundam. The Thunderstorm Gundam, or, Lightning Chaser Gundam. That's what the upgraded version is called. The original version of this one is Thunderstorm Gundam, and that was what I originally designed, but with a little suggestion from Astaroth Origin on Wattpad, I renamed the Lightning Gundam and gave it a transformation feature involving the shield. So, as you can see, it has the Wing Gundam's rifle, Wing Gundam shield, and the shields from the Jim from the GM Cardigan, and the Beam Sabers from the GM Cardigan. Now on to transformation for this thing. It's quite simple, really. Only slight parts forming, and that parts forming just comes in the shield and the sword, and the rifle. Other than that, everything else can just be easily switched. First off, you're just going to raise the shields like this. Rotate the upper body around. If you've built the Wing Gundam, then you know what I'm doing with what I did with the legs right there. You straighten out the thrusters on the side, open up those peg things on the side all the way. Turn your fists inwards and bend them up. Spin the head around, and then you flip the shields like this and down, so to have them bent back. Bend the shoulder armor down as well. Then you fold the handle on the shield in. You fold the handle of the gun in. Clip that in and pull it back. And it'll be like that. And clip it on, and you have the lightning chaser in ship mode. Of course, using the shields as wings was a nice trick that I kind of thought for myself. And at that, I'm going to end this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Vidar here, and I will see you all later, guys.